Our next guests have sold 26 million albums, 2 million concert tickets. Divo is a musical supergroup that's topped the charts right around the world, including right here in Australia.
Now these four very handsome men are taking on
Handsome, are they? Do you think?
Very handsome
Okay.
men, yes. All four of them taking on some of the greatest songs of all time. It's their unique blend of pop and opera, or popera, that's made them world famous. Divo was formed by Simon Cowell 10 years ago after an exhaustive search to find four incredible singers.
I thought I'd be amazed if people don't like this group because there's nothing like them.
26 million albums later, Divo is now taking on Broadway.
When we started 10 years ago, did you think it would get to this point?
We actually
here, right here.
Right here.
Look.
I never thought that.
Their new album out now is a musical affair featuring songs from Phantom of the Opera, Les Mis and The Lion King. And Divo joins us now. Carlos, David, Urs and Sebastian, good morning to you all. And welcome to Sunrise.
Good morning.
Now,
How you
Sebastian,
doing?
we're going to start with you, Sebastian, and we love you because you're you, but also because you're married to an Aussie. How's your Aussie accent coming along?
Not so great, actually. But although by spending quite a lot of time with an Australian wife, I do hear that you've got a weird accent. You've got a bit of Australian, you've got a bit of French, a bit of American. I'm a mix of everything, but definitely Australia. I carry Australia in my heart every day of my life.
That's good. Now, Carlos, you've got some very aggressive fans. Is it true they chuck undies at you on the stage?
They if they want, they take out the clothes off.
He's a deaf singer.
Chuck the undies. What's that?
Underwear.
Oh, yeah.
Underpants.
Yeah, they do sometimes. We have a huge collection. Well, myself, I have a huge collection in my dressing room.
Oh,
all the sizes.
Like trophies, they're like little pennants, are they?
Oh, yuck. Do you pick them up and put them in your dressing room?
Oh,
No, all right, we'll leave that one alone.
No, I don't hear you. I don't hear you at all.
Yeah, that's what
very
they all
convenient.
I told you, he's a
Now
deaf
listen,
singer.
David, you all live in different cities.
Yes.
How much of your time is spent together and how much, living apart with your families?
Obviously, it depends on what's happening. When we're on tour, we see our families very little, and we see each other a lot. And when we have, for example, a recording session where we're all in one place and in the studio, obviously we see each other a lot. We do see each other a lot. It's when we do have time off, though, we tend to go our separate ways and go to our own little corners of the world and kind of hide away for a little while, get a bit of time off from each other, but it's a good thing we're friends. We can tolerate a lot of time together.
Now, Urs, tell us about the new album. It's full of musical hits. From a personal point of view, do you have anything from Sound of Music there?
Well, it's called A Musical Affair, and it is all music theatre repertoire, which is very interesting, especially to me, because I was not really familiar with that genre very much, especially Carlos and David have done a lot of musical in the past. I've only done once, that was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. That's almost 25 years ago. So it's not something that's been off my radar. So I've discovered a lot of beautiful, beautiful music. And the fact that we're now presenting this new repertoire on Broadway this week here in New York, it's just, if I think about it, it's absolutely mind-blowing, So, which is very, very exciting with what we've just started and what we're hopefully going to carry on through all next year.
Yes. And Sebastian, there's a duet with Barbara Streisand. How was it working with Babs?
It was just sensational. I mean, what a dream come true, really. I didn't know her very well so much, but actually when we did the rehearsal with her, it was like we've always somehow meant to sing together. She's like from this generation, which I admire, like Frank Sinatra or Tony Bennett nowadays. And she's just, every time she performs, it's just different. There's something to learn. She's from this area, which is just mind-blowing, and I love it. I'm been very lucky to perform with her.
Carlos, when are you blokes coming back and touring Australia?
Well, that's a good question. hopefully soon. We don't know it yet. I mean, I hope it's going to be maybe next year, but we don't know it yet because we are now preparing the next year tour. We are now finishing over here in Broadway, and hopefully he's going to be over there with a few dates because we love Australia.
And all the pressure is on Australia.
Yes.
If we have lots of success there, and they obviously will come.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, don't
and you've
forget
been a few
it.
times,
Yes,
which is
Carlos, because there are plenty of women here who I'm sure have plenty of underpants to throw on stage at you. Or as Koshi says, chuck up their undies. You've learnt a new expression today.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jen.
I'm still the single one, by the way.
Spons undies.
Oh, no. And Sam's our single one too. So when you come on tour, we'll set up a
my God,
lovely
Carlos.
romantic dinner for you, Carlos. Will you be in it?
That's your fantastic. Yeah.
He's still pretending he can't hear.
I don't mentor it.
I'm going to go
hear
on
well.
Barbara Streisand in a minute. I tell you what.
She's overrated. Barbara Streisand.
Who, me or Barbara
No,
Streisand?
Barbara.
Oh, okay. All right. Gentlemen, thank you. Lovely to chat, and hopefully we'll see you in Australia very soon. But all the best on Broadway.
Thank you very much.